One of the reasons why I do well in that department is because I do know what I'm doing. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. If I wanted
such a drastic pause for
if I wanted to go into that industry, I could go into that industry tomorrow and I could be incredible at it. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay. It's one of the reasons why I've been able to do the things I've been able to do. As a tactic, holding in your nut to produce longer sex is a tried and true tactic of sex.
Yeah, I crushed it.
If you can stop yourself and, oh my God, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go ahead. Ready?
Yeah. Come on.
Okay.
What the fuck? I feel like you're about to pull your dick out or something. What the fuck are you
will
doing?
do that.
No, we're good.
I generally spend, relationships change this a little bit. Once you're hooking up with the same person, you get lazy. But I generally spend about 5 to 7 minutes every time I have sex in a foreplay position. Mm-hmm. And that's generally some combination of tongue, fingers, whatever. Mm-hmm. Understanding the G-spot understanding the clit and getting into that zone. Mm-hmm. Just as a warm-up. And that also includes some level of like neck, other areas,
all the
right?
good stuff, yeah.
When it comes to then there's always like this very, this is funny. There's always this like very process-driven or traditional head section, which is like, it's just kind of like unnecessary. Bro, I like head more than anything in the world. It's actually my favorite thing. Like so there are times when I'll just skip sex and just get home, right? But like girls feel like it's almost like a prerequisite every time you want to have sex. Like, okay, I'm gonna suck your dick for a little bit. So you get through these like two little like pre-game departments, right? Now listen, you get to a sex phase, you get your 8 to 10 minutes in, whatever. And you get to a point where you're at 90%, 85, 90%.
To climaxing.
To the guy finishing.
Got it.
Right, to you finishing. If you are not in a lazy relationship and you're not trying to finish so you can play Call of Duty or go to work or whatever, and you're actually pleasuring the girl, right? That is when you pull out and you go back to step one of the process. Yeah. Now they're going to hate you. They are going to fucking hate you, right? A little bit. You're going to hear the same fucking thing every time. Put it back in. What the fuck are you doing? Put it back in. You have to, as a man, get past that. You have to drown them out.
This is key.
You have to drown them out and either move back down to a foreplay position. They're probably going to hate it because at that point, they're fired up from a penetration standpoint and they don't want you to be fucking around with the clit at this point, right? Because they're in the other way, right? You got to get through that. Sometimes it takes a minute. Sometimes it takes a minute and a half so you will go from 90 back down to about 50. You're not going to reset. It's not like you're not going to go back in and be ready for another 12 minutes based on that. But you might go 90 to 50. So then when you go back in for another 6 minutes and you get to 90 again, it's the same thing. Now you can repeat this thing as many times as you're allowed to by this horned up woman, right?
Right.
But yes, that is the route to lasting longer. Yeah. You have to get out of there prior. But the issue is like some dudes are watching this right now and they're like, dude, like I come in 2 seconds. Like I know that. I know there's a massive part because they're younger, bro. They're younger. Yeah. Like I'm 38 years old. My dick is not super sensitive anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
not to mention, like I've been fucking for 22 years.
Yeah,
and I've had some wild. I never talk about any of the stories.
Yeah,
I never do because I always feel weird. I always feel like people are gonna say humble yourself and stop bragging about this shit. But I have some of the most insane underwater public.
Underwater sucks, bro.
No, not sex. Like one girl holding another girl underwater so she could suck my dick. Weird shit. Like strange shit. Because I was in that adult community for so long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I have stories, but
Impulsive could never.
No, I used to talk about it more.
What?
They're not. I don't want them to sound like brags because it's not cool. I have a problem. I've worked on it. I feel much better now.
But you telling the stories. Is
I don't want to misrepresent myself anymore and make people think that that's what I want to promote as cool.